One Piece chapter 1116 is here, and I have many thoughts. So, the broadcast continues, Vegapunk continues the world's longest minute-long speech, and the people are shocked at the idea that there's been an 800-year war happening, and they've been completely unaware. And honestly, I can't imagine how shocking and worldview altering it would be to realize that there has been a centuries-long war being fought in the background without you even noticing, without you even realizing that the world perspective is so out of your hands, that the things going on with the powers that be is so beyond what's being allowed to you to know, that you haven't even been informed of an ongoing war happening in your backyard, essentially. Like, would that not be horrifying to learn about? Would that not just sort of shake you to your core? The thing is, when this is mentioned that this war is happening, everyone is reacting, everyone is responding, considering the fact that, but nobody would be alive still today from that time period. And then we cut to Imu, obviously the one that is still alive today. But also we cut to Imu looking at this portrait. Now, I think that this has to be Lily. The reason I think that is because of Imu's fixation on Lily when Cobra brought Lily's name up. The fact that Imu is chilling in a room full of flowers. I'm not a flower expert. What kind of flowers do you reckon these are? Are they lilies? What's a lily look like? Anyway, he's in a room full of flowers staring at this portrait. There was a butterfly nearby. Okay, allow me to embarrass myself real early in this video with a baseless theory. So I was looking into, because last week we re-emphasized the butterfly, which I'm pretty sure has been in chapters previous this as well. I started looking into Japanese mythology, Japanese lore around butterflies. And butterflies hold multiple meanings, but one that I really keyed in on is that of a soul after someone has passed away. Sometimes when someone passes away, their soul is then represented in media as a butterfly flying off into the distance, and the idea is that the butterfly helps shepherd the person on into the afterlife. And so I've been looking into a lot of mythology lately, and it's mostly led me nowhere, but it has led me to a bit of a crackpot theory that maybe it's possible I don't want to say it out loud because I think it's probably stupid, that Lily died. Sure, that's not so crackpot. But then her soul is actually being contained in that butterfly, and Imu is not letting it go. Like, Imu has this obsession with Lily to the point that they surround themselves in this room full of flowers that reflect Lily, and a butterfly that is her soul that Imu has captured and won't let go. Which in turn is partially why the obsession then also follows on to Lily's daughter, Vivi, who looks probably exactly like her. I don't know, it's probably nothing, but I mean, it's obvious that Imu has a fixation on Lily because of the betrayal. Maybe they were best friends, maybe they were in love, maybe they had a history together. No, I won't go on that side because that myth is probably nothing. And the thing is, we have actual demons in the story now. I still don't think that the elders they have yokai devil fruits. I think they are yokai. And I did a video a while back talking about how I think that Imu is Abe-no-Same, which is the first Onmyodo. He was the first specialist in Onmyodo, and he was the first, and he would actually capture yokai and use them for his bidding. It's all in that video. So if any of that is true, which it's all like speculation, then also being able to capture someone's soul, also being able to like keep that, I don't know, I think it'd be kind of cool. It's probably nothing. Let's move on, lest I embarrass myself further. We also get a quick look at Karoo, who is crying so sad to be missing Vivi, and that makes me sad. And people really honoring Cobra in his death, which I think was really beautiful. So once again, we have some huge parallels here in this chapter with Vegapunk and Oppenheimer with him wanting to create something for the world, wanting to progress science and progress the access that humanity has to energy. And some of it was stolen, and that was used for destruction. And he feels that he is accountable for that. He has played, even against his will, a part in something that has been so horrifying for humanity. So he carries a huge burden of guilt for that, but he also reflects back on those that protected the ancient weapons, that kept them going. Why didn't you let them be destroyed? Why would you allow such a horrifying weapon that can do so much damage in the wrong hands? Why would you allow it to continue to exist when it could have just died out? And this is a really interesting question to ask, especially because in this very chapter, we look back at Crocus and at Rayleigh. And I know I'm sort of jumping the gun here talking about the Rayleigh image this early, but since I started talking about it this early in the video, I'm going to go ahead and show you Tissine's artwork this early as well, because it's so stunning and I don't want to make you wait. As always, Tissine is just a master at capturing the emotions of the scene. I was really hoping she would choose to depict Rayleigh, and I couldn't have asked for better. She's always linked in the description if you haven't checked out her shop before. She does sell her prints. It is really interesting to see Rayleigh's dialogue here, because Vegapunk makes a good argument. You know, you had the opportunity to destroy, or to allow these weapons to be destroyed, and you chose to save them. Why would you do this? Look at what is happening to the world because of this. And it's a really convincing plea. But then we cut to Rayleigh, whose response is, "You're telling them too much, Vegapunk. Don't be a fool. Us old folks should keep our secrets. Don't rob the youngins of all the fun. Right, Roger?" Which promises us that he knows more. It promises us that while Vegapunk, from Vegapunk's perspective, everything he's saying makes great sense, but it also promises us there are more layers here, and once we arrive at Laugh Tale, we will understand why those ancient weapons were saved, and that the picture is a lot larger than it looks when you're on the outside of it, which I love. I love that, because it kind of, Vegapunk is very compelling here, and it would be really easy for us, the audience, to go, yeah, wait a second, is Roger the baddie? Is Rayleigh the baddie? But adding this at the end of the chapter allows us to see, just wait, there's more that will explain why. Just beautiful. I love this chapter. It's so well written, so well done. Moral conundrum for us to kind of question alongside Vegapunk, but also the promise that that's not all the information that we need in order to be able to make that judgment just yet. Which gives us the promise that there's a lot more to it. Vegapunk's reflection and questioning, which one could pose that maybe naming that the Roger Pirates know about this on this live broadcast where he's dropped this huge bomb on everyone, no pun intended, and then naming them, putting a target on their back, and then questioning their morality in front of everyone, just working all that out, processing all that out loud, is maybe not the most productive thing to do. It might not be super helpful. Like, do Rayleigh and Crocus need to go into hiding now, maybe? Another really impactful moment for me is in the Stussy Edison conversation in the last chapter. Stussy was saying that she really just doesn't know what she has to live for anymore now that the Stella is dead. And in this chapter, not only is she trying to free Kaku, because regardless of the fact that she was loyal to Vegapunk first and foremost, she still had established relationships with these people, and she doesn't want to see Kaku die this way, which I thought was, it really surprised me. I guess I'm much like Edison, that I didn't really reflect on the fact that she really did establish relationships with these people, and she doesn't want to see them perish in this way, at least not Kaku. So I thought that was really good. But then also, in the last chapter, like I said, she was reflecting on, I don't have anything to live for. And then in this chapter, Edison is encouraging her to go on, keep living. And her tears here really hit me. I think Oda just really landed the emotional punches in this chapter so well. So Vegapunk says a lot of things here that we kind of have already pieced together, but getting it from his perspective just adds a little bit more nuance to the situation, information that this technology was stolen from him, used to power the ancient weapon, so that's been confirmed now as well. And him humbling himself in this very low bow, apologizing with his whole being for the part that he inadvertently played in this. Again, the emotions in the scene, it just really struck me to see the sorrow that he carries, that something that he meant for good was used for such pain and destruction. I also really like that as Vegapunk is revealing all this, we get a cut to Momo acting very childish, just blabbing the secrets that he has. Crocodile, who we know knows a lot more than your average man about the ancient weapons. And Shirahoshi, who she herself is an ancient weapon. So I really like that kind of putting them all together, close together in that way. Imagine being told, hey, your entire world is sinking. All of the possessions you have, your home, the land you've always known is about to be underwater. You're gonna lose everything, and a lot of people probably won't survive. The world as you know it is going underwater. Also, there's been an 800-year-long war happening in your backyard that you haven't been made privy to because you've been considered unworthy of having that kind of knowledge. It's been hidden from you. History has been hidden from you. Also, entire, not countries, kind of country, entire islands of people have been completely wiped off the map. Again, without your prior knowledge. People you're connected to, islands you know about, they're all dead and gone, and you didn't even know about it because weapons that strong are existing and active right now. So he's just rapid fire throwing out this information that one solitary piece of would wreck a person's entire world. Man, I'm articulate today. But you get just one after another to the point that it's like, what do you even do with, like, can you imagine receiving all of that information just bombarded on you all at once? I can't. Anyway, York is also freaking out during all of this. How could you possibly have known? I cut my memory off. You're not a good liar. You're not a good actor. You seemed surprised when I betrayed you. What's going on? And then she realizes where the snail must be and directs us toward the place where the Iron Giant has been stomping through. So I know that there's been a theory that a lot of people have been tossing around that the snail is in the Iron Giant because of how we were introduced to Vegapunk, half in the Iron Giant having teleported. I love this theory. I'll be clear that it wasn't mine. I think you probably know that. You're probably involved enough in the One Piece community that you've heard enough people say it to know. But I'm just saying, I'm presenting this to you as someone else's theory. I love that theory because it just works. It's beautifully foreshadowed. It's a satisfying reveal. It's not just tucked in the corner somewhere. It's something that's been stomping through behind the scenes all this time, and then it's revealed and it's like, that's why you're here, that's what you're protecting. That was so smart for Vegapunk to put it there. Like, I love this. It hasn't been officially confirmed. Maybe the Iron Giant is stomping through these trees because it's trying to get to where the snail is hiding, the transponder snail is hiding, but I really hope it's inside the Iron Giant because I think that reveal is killer. So we end the chapter, like I said, with Roger kind of reflecting on the fact that it's theirs to figure out. I made my choice. I decided what I did after I found out, and now it's theirs to figure out. And we're reminded that when they did get to the One Piece, they did laugh. So it's a really great teaser of the complexity of the morality that's going on, which is no surprise that Oda is messing with in this arc. Even though I didn't expect this arc to be what it is, it's no surprise that he's really trying to detangle how complicated this situation is, while also showing us that, also promising us that there's more layers to be uncovered, there's a lot more to see, and it's gonna only add more layers and more complexity to it. And I can't wait! I'm so excited for more chapters, which I'm not getting next week. Which, Oda, take your breaks, but I'm gonna complain a little. What did you think about the chapter? I loved it. I think it hit its emotional beats so well. I think we got some good new perspectives and layers on things that we've already kind of been sussing out, as well as promise for a lot more exciting stuff to come. I loved this chapter. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. What are your theories? What are your speculations? We can talk about it more in the comments. I'll see you again soon. Bye.